Sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze then.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, everybody, and very warm welcome to our specially organized meet and greet session with Sonia. I would like her to introduce Anila Ben as well, but we had a wonderful chat this afternoon, and I understood that she is relationship coordinator with Seven Trent Water and the largest water provider, second largest water provider in the country. So again, all the scheme solutions support which is available, helping with cost of living crisis, with bills, with applications, with everything and anything around, especially in East Midlands, Leicestershire, Rutland, and I'm understanding right that all this local area, but she's also be able to direct to find how to get help in your local council if you need to, but that we can discuss at the end of the session. So again, tapping on into different possible option, getting help for water and water bills and water, any difficulty around water. So again, thank you very much, Sonia, for taking this time. And I
No
understand
problem.
Sonia is also would be available in Belgrave Neighborhood Center. She is going to run an open walk-in for everybody who wants to come chat and get live support or want to discuss anything and want to fill out anything. She would be available. So we will take session will also be sharing in the group. If you need any more further detail, get in touch with her. Please do not hesitate. We can share all the details and flyers in our groups. So thank you again, Sonia, and everybody for joining. Without taking much long, I'll just pass on to Sonia so she can give more details about her work and about her passionate support work into the community as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, firstly, thank you everyone for allowing me to join your group today. It's a pleasure. So I've been working for Severn Trent Water for 15 years now, and I've been in my current role for 11 years. And my role is to engage directly with the communities across the whole region and support the most vulnerable customer. And that could be with, when it comes to vulnerability, it could be financial vulnerability alongside with health conditions, large families. So every water company out there, we all have schemes, but I'm going to talk about what schemes Severn Trent have to offer. Now, Severn Trent are one of the largest providers out there. So we hold about 8 million customers across the UK. So Severn Trent have implemented schemes to that tailor different circumstances. I'm going to kick it off with the Big Difference scheme. So Severn Trent have a scheme called the Big Difference scheme, and this scheme is called mainly for customers who have a household income of £20,000 or less. So these are for low household incomes, and anyone can apply for this scheme as long as you fall into that one criteria. And we will look to lower your bill by up to 70%. So we get on average about 150 to 200 applications, and customers go on to the scheme every day. We have almost a quarter of a million customers on our schemes in general. Big Difference scheme is the one that's spoken about the most. So with the cost of living crisis, a lot of customers approach us, whether that's at community events or over the phone or contacting us by social media. They will ask us about the Big Difference scheme, and this scheme, all the details of this and all the rest of the schemes are on our website. So the way to apply is online, and I'm happy to share the link with the group, and it's a very simple application. You create an account with the name and a password and an email address, and it takes you onto a portal where you can actually put your information in, and that's your basic information like name and address, email, and if you own your property or rent it, and then it asks about your income. What is your income? Is it benefits or is it wages? And you pop that information in, and then you attach your proof of income onto online. Now, a lot of customers don't have the means or are unable to do this. So that's where me and my team step in. We will support customers doing applications. And as mentioned earlier on the call, I will be at the Belgrave Neighbourhood Centre on the 22nd of this month as a walk-in. So if anyone's interested in this scheme and falls under the criteria of having a household income of £20,000 or less, you will qualify for a discount of up to 70%, off your water bill. So that's the main one that a lot of customers shout out about, and that what the most customers that need at the moment. Like I said, our numbers are very high and they go up per day. So yeah, so if anyone you know, family or friends, or any groups that you can share with, we do have a scheme called the Big Difference Scheme. It's a social tariff which all water companies have, but they have different rules in place for their schemes. So for the 747 Trent, it's £20,000 or less, and we've reduced your bill by up to 70%. So do we have any questions on the Big Difference scheme at all? Yeah, we're okay. No problem. So we're going to move on to another scheme called Watershore. Now, Watershore is a scheme for customers that either are a large family of 3 or more children under the age of 19, or a customer who has a medical condition that requires extra usage of water, such as dialysis, eczema, any condition that a doctor can sign to say you're using that to treat your condition, we'll be able to put you on the Watershore scheme. And what that basically is we can cap your bill to the average yearly water bill amount. And you have to be on a water meter, and someone in the household needs to be on a qualifying benefit. So if you can imagine a large family, I will be claiming some form of benefit, and I've got 3 or more children under the age of 19, and I've got a water meter. So I've moved into the property and it has a water meter. Now, unsure if anyone knows, but if a water meter's been in the property for more than a year, it's stuck. We can't take it out. So I'll give you an example. I've just got a keys for a property that's been provided from the council. I'm a large family and I've gone into a house, and it's an older house and the meter's been there for X amount of years. I know, being a large family, my bill's going to be very high because my tap's going to be running a lot because I've got children in the household. So for those types of groups, we can cap it so they don't have a £900 to £1,000 bill each year accumulating debt. We can cap their bills so they can use the water as much as they want, and it doesn't go past the average yearly water bill amount, which currently is around £420. And same applies for a customer that has a medical condition which requires extra water usage. So we can cap their bill as well. So that scheme, we go out to either schools, children's centres, hospitals, doctor surgeries. We connect with all these places and we advertise the scheme, because we know there's a groups of customers out there that can qualify for the cap, but they're not aware of it. So that's quite a big scheme that we're trying to push on at the moment, like all our schemes. But we do try our best to target this scheme out a lot as well, because I think that this is one of the schemes that people tend to forget. There is a capped scheme called Watershore. So anyone that's on a water meter and their bills are high, if you're a large family or you've got a medical condition which requires extra water usage, you can qualify for that cap. So that's Watershore. And then I'll move on to water meters. Now, a lot of people are conscious about having a water meter. Now, I always say, if there's more bedrooms in the house than people, you're likely to save going on a water meter. So, for example, my grandma, all her children had left the house, but she's in the 3-bedroom house and she's now on her own. She would be beneficial on a water meter because she's a single occupier. And I know she uses less water. But it's not only for single occupiers. There could be 4 students in a property, but they're out the house 10 to 12 hours a day. So their water usage is low. So it all depends on your water usage. Now, customers, when they call up to ask or query about a water meter, we always ask a series of questions so we can identify if that customer was saved by going on a meter. So while a customer's asking the questions, answering the questions that we're asking, we will ask, how many baths do you have in the house? How many times do you wash dishes? Do you water the garden? While we're asking those questions, we're populating those answers into our special calculator, and that will basically be able to tell a customer, will you save by going on a water meter, or will it not benefit you? And then if it does benefit the customer because they're making a financial saving, we will then fit that meter in for free. Then that customer's got 1 year to go back to the set rate if they don't want it anymore. But after 1 year, like I said, it's stuck. So we always try to make sure that customers clear on that if they go for a meter, if they don't want it anymore, they need to tell us within a year, and we can put them back on a set rate. Now, I don't know how many people in this group know how they're being billed and what they're being billed, how they're being billed. But if I be honestly, on God's honest truth with you, before I worked for the water company, I didn't really know much about water bills. But just to give clarity on it, we have customers billed on a water meter, and then we have customers billed on a set rate, and that's basically called a rateable value. So the older properties tend to be on a rateable value. All new bills since 1989, if I'm right, have been built with a meter in. So that's something to think about. And it does say on your bill. For those who don't know, when you get your next water bill, have a look. Does it say meter charges? If it says that, then you're on a water meter. Rateable value, obviously, is a set rate. So think about your own bill, because everyone's rateable value varies, just like council tax. So if you're in a larger property in an affluent area, your rateable value is going to be more higher, which means your bill is going to be more expensive. If you're in a more built-up area, your bills will be lower than an affluent area with more land. So all varies. So have a look at your bills, have a look at how much it is, and think about water meters. Think about, are you a low house? Are you a household that has low income under 20,000, or are you a customer that needs to use more water because you have a medical condition and you're on a water meter? So think about that, and if you fall in any of those types of categories, we have schemes available for you. Some customers can't have a water meter put in because of the build of the property. We tend to find it on high-rise flats, or it could be due to some sort of pipe work on the property. Now, where we can't fit a meter in, but we know the customer will benefit, we will basically put them on something called assessed charge or single occupier charge if they're a single occupant. And basically what that means is we will bill you the amount we would predict that you would be using on a meter. So it's almost in a way you haven't got a water meter fitted, but you're being billed the same amount, so the customer's not losing out because they physically couldn't have one. So that's water meters. And the last one I want to touch on isn't so much a scheme, but is a service that energy companies have as well as water providers, and that's our priority service register. Now, we have a number, we have thousands of customers, and I apologise now, I can't give you the exact figure, but we have thousands of customers on our priority water register. And what that basically is, if there's an incident in your area which meant your usage of water had to stop, and that could be for a variety of reasons. That could be because Severn Trent are out doing work in your area. We have to do a big dig. We would naturally notify all our customers that are being affected by this and explain the period, and we work as fast as possible as we can. But if you're on a priority water register, we will make sure that we deliver bottled water to your doorstep, so you're not going a period without it, and you're also the first to be put back on in terms of your water. So the people that can go on the priority water list is customers with medical conditions, families that have children under the age of 5, mental health, temporary needs. Just let us know. We can, and again, I can do this for you if anyone's available to come and see me at the neighbourhood centre on the 22nd. But this is all on our website, and I will show this, share this, my presentation with Ela, and I'm more than happy for you to share this out to the group, because all the detail is on my presentation in terms of what each scheme are, what they mean, and who qualifies, and then how to apply. The best way to apply is online. It seems to be the fastest, but for customers who need that face-to-face interaction, that's where I come in. So anyone that falls into that priority water list, you should be on the register, so we can make sure we prioritise you, because we don't know when there might be an incident. We might not know when there might be a problem with your water. It's very, very unlikely, but it does happen. So one thing we push on is making sure those who should be on the register are on the register. And that's basically all our Severn Trent schemes. So I know that's quite a lot of information and different categories for different types of customers, whether that's meters, whether that's the big different scheme, or whether it's the water shore for the customers with medical conditions or large families. But it's just, I wanted to have this awareness session, because even though I've been in the team for 11 years and this is all I've done, to this day, our schemes always evolve. There's always the criteria's change, and then still customers don't know about it. So me and my team, there's only a team of 5 of us. We go out to the whole region and we deliver training sessions like this, which is basically a schemes talk. We attend events, and yeah, we do a large amount of project work within house. So I hope you've all found that useful. More than happy for you to share any questions with the organisers of this group, and they could passport that to me and I can answer them. For all this, what I've discussed, I will make sure it's you all have a paper copy of it, so it's something to read back and refer to, and all the information's on our website. But I just do want to push on the fact that on the 22nd of February, I will be at the Belgrave Neighbourhood Centre from 10 a.m. and I'll be there for the day. And I'm pushing customers to see me. You'll see me. I'll have a banner. I'll have a table with all our leaflets. I'll have my laptop for anyone that needs support on making applications, or they're interested in a scheme but they don't know how to apply and they need my support. I will be able to provide that support for them. And I'm also having there's another 4 or 5 dates. I can't think of the exact. I think it's 4 or 5 dates I have booked in at the Belgrave Library and the Neighbourhood Centre during February and March. So if you're unable to attend on the 22nd, don't worry. I'll share the dates I am at the library and the Neighbourhood Centre. And if you're available, feel free to pop by. But these schemes are designed to make sure we're supporting our customers with different needs, and we're also making sure you're not paying more than you should. So have a look at your bills, look at your direct debits. Are you one of the customers that I've spoke about? If so, you should be on one of our schemes so we can make sure your bills are not increasing and we've got you on the relevant scheme to suit your needs. Thank you all.
I wanted to ask something about the water meter. The water meter?
Yeah.
And did you say that if you, it's only me and my husband who live here. We've got 4 large bedrooms and of course, lounge and dining room, kitchen, etc.
Yes.
3 bathrooms, 2 en-suites, another bathroom. So,
right.
Would it be cost effective for us to go on to a water meter, do you think?
I think it would benefit you. You sound like you're in a large property, and there's 2 people in there. Do you water the garden much or wash cars out the front?
No, so we live in a gated community, and the maintenance is all done for us. So no gardening, no washing, no window cleaning, none of that. So it's only the water we consume in the house that we get.
So that sounds to me like you're a low/medium user, and for that size property, I can imagine your water bills might be quite high because you're in a large affluent sort of area. So I think personally, just by that, you would save going on a water meter. What I would do is when I share the presentation, you'll see the way to apply that. Our telephone number will be on there, or you're more than welcome, Ela, you're more than welcome to get Rani's details and I will call her.
I'm just going to say, Sonia, Rani lives in London, and I know you mentioned that this scheme is for East Midlands at the moment, at present. London has another separate scheme. So I did remember you said.
Yeah, so every water provider will offer meters. So don't worry that you're in London. It doesn't make a difference.
But there's another scheme.
Yeah, so contact your water provider and ask them about water meters. They have that available. Our criteria, Severn Trent's criteria, is you have 1 year to revert back. So just check their reversion period. But they will do the exact same as we would. We would only pop that in if we'll save you money. But based on that, you should be saving money by going on a water meter. So definitely get in touch with them.
Thank you very much, Sonia.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any more questions, anybody? I had one question. Again, you said so 22nd of February, not January.
Yes. Sorry, apologies. January.
Okay.
I'm still thinking a month. January.
Okay, that's fine. 22nd of January. And you said between 10 and 3 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 and 3 o'clock. Yeah.
That's right, because I was wanting to make sure you said that. I've got a question as well. You said the amount is, if you're earning less than 20,000,
Yeah.
you're eligible for this scheme, the
Big
first scheme
difference,
you
yeah.
said. People are on pension, and would that pension amount still count if they're earning less than 20,000?
Apologies, I should have mentioned this. There's
Yes.
certain benefits we do not include as income.
Okay.
The two that we do not include as income are DLA and PIP.
Okay. Oh, DLA and PIP. Okay.
And housing benefit as well.
Okay.
So those benefits we don't include, but pension we do. But
Oh, good.
those on pension, credit or state pension, they tend to still fall under £20,000 income. So it's household income. So you've got to think about all the people in the property. If it's 20,000 or less. So for example, my mum's on universal credit, but she's also on PIP. So because we don't include PIP, we only include universal credit, that falls way under 20,000. She's on the 70% discount. So
okay.
Yeah.
So it's a joint income. That's what you're saying
Joint
as well.
income, yeah.
Is a
Joint
husband
income.
and wife both joint income?
Course.
Okay, that's good to
Yeah,
know as well.
yeah,
Yes,
definitely. We've got a lot of couples that are both on pension, but they still qualify. So it's just
okay.
adding them up together and seeing if it's under 20,000.
Yeah, and you said when you at the neighbourhood centre, it's more people who are having difficulty with their forms, and you'll be helping them just to get it started, really, aren't
Yeah,
you?
so if they need application completed, I
Yes.
can do that for them, because if the big difference scheme application is a pretty fast process. The water short application can take slightly longer. So it all
Okay.
depends on the amount of people that are there, but I'm bringing my laptop with me. So if I can do the applications, I will do it for the customers. And it could be also any general queries. It could be just what type, if they need that, just that clarity on some of our schemes, or they got a general question if they'll save money on doing something. So we got a variety of leaflets, and I'll make sure I provide that, so all the information will be there, but I'll be there on hand as well. So yeah, open door for any Severn Trent water bill queries.
Yeah. Sonia, just a reminder that 22nd of January is the Ram Mandir inauguration. Is going to hamper your cause quite a lot, isn't it?
I did not know that.
No, I'm just telling you. So,
oh, thank you.
Maybe interested.
So it might be busy then, I take it.
I mean, I would think that people will be quite involved in watching the television, going to the temples and things. Just a thought I thought I'll mention.
Yeah.
No,
but
thank you.
Yeah, you're on another day as well, aren't you?
Yeah, so I've got, I think there's about 5 dates set in at the library and at the neighbourhood centre. So what I'll do, Ela, I'll share those dates with you so you can share them to the group. Yeah.
That would be wonderful, yes. And there is a different schemes for London area, you said. If you don't mind sharing with that, so that I can share the people who live in London, at least they get some idea what they're eligible for as well.
Yeah, so I don't actually know the detail of the London schemes, but what I can
Sorry, I can't hear.
Sorry, apologies. I don't actually have the detail for the London schemes. However, I can. Oh. Can you hear me now?
Not quite.
Oh, I don't.
Yes.
What about now?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay. So
I don't know if anybody else can hear. Can they hear?
Yeah, we can hear you very well. Thank you.
Or is it only my end?
I think it's just you.
Oh, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Just a glitch.
Okay.
It's fine.
That's fine.
So for the London schemes, I don't know the actual detail of all their schemes. However, what I can confirm is every water provider has a water shore scheme, which is where they can cap it for large families and medical conditions. And they also have a social tariff, and that's the one what ours is called a big difference scheme. Okay. So social tariff is for households that have low income, where we reduce their bill or give them some form of discount. So the London provider will have a social tariff. Is just asking them what it's called and what's the criteria. As it's called the big difference scheme, and it's £20,000 or less. But I can confirm they got one as well.
Sure, that'd be great. Yeah, it would help. Anybody else would like to ask any questions? No?
Yeah, just sorry, one question.
Yes.
There are different water providers, so I presume the regulations that you mentioned is standardized right across the board, or each and every water service provider is different for the
So,
schemes and.
yeah, so every water provider has their own schemes and different criterias. But the one thing that we do have in common is having a water shore scheme, which all water provider has, which is for large families or medical conditions where we can cap their bill. And they all provide a social tariff, where for household incomes that are lower than 20,000.
Okay,
So,
thank you. Yeah.
but they might have additional schemes that we don't, or vice versa.
Okay, thank you.
Like you say, the new houses have got water meters, haven't they?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, that's a standard thing now across the board, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like everybody, majority of the new properties have got water meters, so
Yeah,
they've got no
absolutely.
choice really.
They don't, and some people, it doesn't benefit them by going on a water meter. So
yes,
you know, some people, like my circumstances now, it wouldn't benefit me going on a meter because I got a 2-year-old in the house and I got a family. So for me,
yes,
I know that wouldn't benefit me. But if I had a property that was a new build, that would be a bit of a struggle for me. So I would then speak to a water provider and see if there's anything that I can do. Is there a scheme that I qualify for to reduce my bill? Now, if there isn't, Severn Trent do offer, this is Severn Trent, we offer
yes.
water efficiency products. So they're free of charge, they're on our website, and they're tailored for customers that have water meters, but it's free. It's a pack, so it's like tap insert stuff that can go in your
Oh,
toilet.
I've had one of them as well.
Yeah.
Because my water was leaking, my tap was leaking, and there's like a little spray. You just screw it in at the top, and it comes out as a spray. It's really,
Exactly.
really good. Then they gave us another tap to switch on. It's really water efficient, shall I say.
Yeah,
It's really
that's it.
good.
Being
Yes.
water efficient. So if you're on a water meter and you've got those products fitted, not only will you save money, you'll also save energy wise. And for
That's
those
right.
who are not on a meter, it's just being water efficient, saving water. So I haven't got a water meter, but I've got the water efficiency shower head for the shower. So
Yes.
yeah. So all our products for Severn Trent Water, they're free for customers that live within our region. But again, all water providers, for the customers that live in London, they should also have free water efficiency products available for customers. So ask that. I did see a question pop up earlier from one of the group members. They asked they're on pension, and if we ask about savings. Now, for customers that want to go on the Big Difference scheme and they're on a low household income, we do not ask what their savings are. It's not within the criteria. It's not something we look at. So don't worry if you've got savings. We can still put you on the scheme if your household income is less than 20,000 a year. And for that person who asked the question, London will have their own social tariff, but it's asking them what their criteria is, because I don't want to guess their criteria. But contact your water provider, ask them what their social tariff is and what their criteria is, and then you know the facts. And then see if you fall in that criteria.
But the free products, anybody can have that, which you just go online and you just register. And I think it came very pretty quick, with a box of all these little water saving gadgets.
Water saving products. So, but for the water saving products, that again, they are only for
Severn Trent customers. That's what I mean. Yes.
But again, contact your water provider, because all water providers, I would think, would have products to save water for customers' households.
Save water, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
Severn Trent is. I'm not assuming, but majority of people are on Severn Trent, and like you said, if there is something going on in the street or anything like that, we always do get alerts as well, and they'll let you know.
Yeah,
So Trent
absolutely.
are on the ball straight away as
Yeah,
well.
no, absolutely. We got a massive
Yes.
comms team, a massive social media team, and
Yes.
we're really on top of making sure we make our customers aware if there's any problems in the area, if there's any leaks, any incidents, and we will always work as fast as we can to resolve them, because the one thing that we work really passionately about is the customer, is about what's best for the customer and supporting that customer, and this is one of the reasons why we have all these schemes. So yeah,
no, definitely
not
these
blowing
schemes
Seven
are.
Trent's trumpet.
Yes.
I definitely feel they are
No,
great. Yeah,
I was going to say, no, some of the schemes you've just mentioned, hopefully it should benefit quite a lot of people, and
so,
especially.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I hope you found the session beneficial for you all, that you found interesting. Like I said, I will share all the paperwork with all of you, so you've got something to read back, because again, I know this is a lot of information to share in a short space of time. So I'll share that paperwork, and I'll share the dates when I'm in Leicester and the locations.
Yeah, sure.
Feel free to come and see me. Yeah.
No, that's great, Sonia. Anybody else got any more questions?
Thank you very much. That was really informative. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. But thank you all for having me. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to working or seeing you all soon at some point.
Yes, definitely. Hopefully, if we're in Neighbourhood Centre, that's
Yeah,
where I met you. So it's
definitely. I'll
lovely.
see you.
Oh, the library, at the library.
Absolutely.
So, if you have any more questions, happy to put it in the chat, or if you'd like Sonia to answer, or if you think you've got further questions later on, Sonia's happy to answer later as well. But thank you. That was really, really a lot of information, and hopefully it should benefit quite a lot of people who can apply for the schemes. Yeah, definitely.
People think about their circumstances. We all need to save money in this current climate. So
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
No,
right,
definitely.
Take care.
Thank you, Sonia. Take care.
See you all. Bye bye.